Let's give this another shot. Let's see what we get here. Be right back, Jack. I'm gonna run in the back real quick and change something back here. And hope that we don't hear another Windows whoop. Sort of like that one, but that's not what I'm worried about. Oops. Gotta fix something here too. Which one are you? No. No. First one? Of course. One moment, chat, as I fix this. Awesome. Hi, chat. Stream Deck. Why are you having issues? I don't know what's gotten up with this computer. Like, what was that one? You got another something closing. I don't know. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you for joining me tonight. Cheers. We can use you. We can use you. Nah, you're still wet. I don't feel like wasting paper towel or doing the work to dry it. Over here, Wiggles. Yeah. Not you, Wiggles. You, Wiggles. Uh-oh. We still playing, chat? We still live? I don't know what to think now. I don't trust OBS, anything OBS is telling me anymore. Thank you, Cosmic. Got more flour on the counter doing this than I did. Nah, I guess not. Anyways, I'm starting to work on making some tortillas here. For chat to do their thing with channel points, look at whatever you want. Why am I over here? Fat. I need fat over here. I need duck fat. Because I have duck fat. Welcome in, Zeke. Yeah, if there's a new one, it throws it up there at the top. Now my hands are wet. Cat's like, but you got a towel on your butt. That's for like, that's not for like cleaning my hands full on like this. Let's go ahead and pinch in that duck fat into our flour. I'm still looking for, there's still a few chunks in here. That's looking pretty smoothly mixed in. Warm, but not boiling water. Hey, Will. Happy Sunday to you. Happy Sunday to everyone. These ought to make some pretty awesome tortillas with brand new flour. Then again, who knows how long the flour's been sitting at the supermarket. Not my top choice for flour, chat. My top choice for flour, well, my top choice for flour would probably be taking a drive to Marin. But locally. I'm not talking like anywhere. My most likely and favorite local choice is the Petaluma flour mill. But sometimes you just need some flour and you go to the supermarket and you buy a bag. There's actually a farm out in Marin that does some decent flours. They do a lot of decent farming and stuff, and they can also be really pricey with their stuff, but they also have some things that you ain't gonna find anywhere else. Hope you're all doing lovely tonight. Hopefully you're all ready to start a new, fresh week. Alright, these are looking good. You don't need to go too strong with those. They're just tortillas. So we'll let that rest for 20 minutes. We'll play around with some other things and we'll roll these out. Sharpened knives, so let's hope they're nice and sharp. They should be. That's not acting too sharp. I'm thinking I'm going to pickle some of this and think I'm going to leave some of it raw. Cutting pretty cleanly though. It's just it's requiring more force than I'm used to. But at the same time, I don't know. Buns. Welcome in, Buns. Thank you for that resub. What do we have for your vote, Buns? We going with raspberry, blueberry, blackberry, strawberry, plum, peach, orange, or apples? I think you emoted already, but this is the actual count. Peach. Is it a continuation still of Will's? It's wow. How about I give you both one? There we go. I guess I got an extra half onion that I'm not going to use tonight, because I don't really need that much onion. That's what I was going for. Carrot. I need carrot. I need carrot. Where do you get sushi grade fish? From a decent fishmonger, or from a decent supermarket that does high volumes? I wouldn't have said that about a supermarket like a couple years ago, but we now live in a world where Kroger is the US's largest seller of sushi. So get all that flour off my fingernails. What is this? What is that, chat? Does anyone know what this is, chat? I'll take guesses. This other thing? Is this what you're wondering about, Buns? Maybe that'll make it a little clearer what that is. What's up, Doc? Yeah, Reader, welcome in. Talking with a mouthful, that's not a good plan. But correct, this is radish. This is a purple daikon radish. We'll save the rest of that for later too, but not normally something you see on nachos. Go ahead and turn that autofocus off and get that properly pointed. There we go. All right, so we got these, and these. We're all set to go with our quick pickling. I think I want to do these individually. The reason I want to do them individually is because I don't know if I want the color spreading to the onions. The onions are going to be turned pink and the brine is going to be changed color by both the carrots and the radish, most likely. And I'm going to spread these out because I want them to not stick to each other. I want the brine to get around to all of them. rice wine vinegar. White vinegar. Water. Salt. MSG. Pepper. If you want to put whole peppercorns in there, go ahead. I don't think that's a great plan unless you're actually like jarring them. I don't think it infuses it quick enough with whole peppercorns. Do a little mustard powder. Garlic powder and ginger. Make some then. I'm showing you how. And the best thing about pickles made at home is you made the brine. So it has all of the spices and stuff that you like. And so you can reuse it for all sorts of other stuff. Pickle brine lasts a lot. Like, if you do quick pickles and you do them a lot, like if you're one of these people that makes, you know, sandwiches on a daily basis or something like that for yourself or kids or family or whatever, it's amazing because you can, you know, like just like soup, you know, never-ending bowl of soup, never-ending thing of pickles. I didn't turn the light or the fan on today. Yeah, if you love banh mi's or something like that, you know, you keep around. You can keep cold cuts in the fridge for a decent amount of time and the cheese to go along with it. And so really the only things you're bringing in, you can use whatever veggies you have around the house if you're doing different things for dinner, and herbs. Now you can probably get away. Check with your local health department, check with your local government agencies. I'm not in know everything, but I would think you could probably safely, whether the health department actually wants to tell you or not, get through a couple revolutions without cooking it. But you would, like, the way I was suggesting that, yeah, you do want to reheat the brine. And you do definitely want to keep them refrigerated too. Actually, no, let's just take that back. Let's just not make that recommendation, because I'm sitting here thinking about botulism now. And yeah. Botulism's a nasty one. It's the main one that you're worried about with canning and pickling. It's the one you're worried about with oils and stuff like that if you're infusing oils at home. It's basically everywhere. It's just in low enough concentrations that it's not a huge worry. And if you give them an environment where they can grow and reproduce, they produce a toxin. They themselves are, like I said, they're everywhere. But the toxin they produce is sort of fatal. It's also why you don't want to buy bulging cans. Yeah, just a little bit. And in addition, once you get botulism colonized somewhere, they produce spores or offspring or a very protective version of themselves that will withstand temperatures, I think, approaching 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Like, it's not going to go away just from boiling. But you can start to see now why I was saying I wanted to do 3 separate batches for this. These aren't going to change color much here. But this one, you can already see it's starting to bleed into the color of the liquid there, and it's just going to continue. And same with these. This isn't the traditional English cucumbers that I buy. But one of the reoccurring jokes I've seen in kitchens about the plastic on these is that, like, it repairs itself. This is a different brand and everything, but like, what you'll commonly see, and what I've done several times in kitchens, is quick, just trying to grab an English cucumber and need to chop it up and grab it out of the thing, and I just immediately just do a slash across it, not worrying too much about the outside of it. And if you've got a dull knife, even if you've got a sharp knife sometimes, but you got a sharp knife, it's gonna cut things. But if you got a dull knife, it'll actually it'll cut the cucumber, but it'll push the plastic into the cut rather than cutting the plastic. And so it'll act like it's cut, but it hasn't been cut. And so you can sit there and play and fuss with it for... It does make for a nice container for them, though. Frise. Nice wintergreen. At least that's one I've most enjoyed. Frise. A lot of greens get sweet in winter when things get cold. A lot of things get sweet. The root veggies, the greens, the lower the ground stuff. G'day. Does anyone remember Bill Knapp's? I don't know how widely that restaurant was. I know it was in at least several U.S. states. It was always the senior crowd place. They gave all these deals to, things like, you get your age as a percentage off your meal on your birthday. It was always full of elders. But I know the business closed. 15 years ago, something like that. But as a kid, I used to always get the chicken fricassee, which was that was like the food that they did too. It was like all biscuits and actually I don't remember a good portion of the menu. I shouldn't say that because I really only ordered a couple of things there. But they were all known for they used to do I would say small compared to what you would find at a supermarket. It's not necessarily small, but they would do like chocolate cakes, 3-tier chocolate cakes, and it was like one of the top things on their dessert menu. It was one of those places that they gave you dessert with your food packages and stuff like that. And they would give cakes away for birthdays and wait on the avocado until we're ready for that. Now I gotta look that up. Ceased operations in 2002. chain operated in Michigan, Ohio, Florida, Illinois, and Indiana. So, Midwest and Florida? Oh, old people chain. Got to get the summer flybirds. Decided they were too big, so I'm cutting them down in size. Now you can really see how the color's bleeding. Yeah, I guess the camera doesn't do a great job of that, but those are both definitely bleeding into the brine or pickling liquid. Not worried about getting these perfectly round after all. I'm just going to turn around and cut them and fry them, so we're just making tortillas. That's actually relatively round for what I was. Trying to use this top more. Like, this top gets... The problem with this combo set, I mean, this is a great combo set as far as, I mean, I think it was 40 bucks when I bought it, or less. Is that the whole thing is this being a lid. Well, sort of a lid. I bought it because it was great for doing, like, no-knead breads. Because you could use this as the base, as a very small rim. You can easily put the bread on there and then just use that as a lid. Majority of the time I'm using this like a lid. And that means that this gets all the steam action, this gets all the water, which is not great for getting a good cure on it. Or maintaining a cure on it. So I'm trying to use it more, and so I'm going to use that tonight for searing my tortillas. I mean, it's kept a pretty good cure on it as is, but it's not nearly as good as the others. Flour this counter. Things sticking to the counter too much. don't really want to add flour. I just don't want it sticking. Alright, let's see if we can't throw this first one on. Oh, dad joke. That was a decent one for dad joke. That was an okay dad joke. Yeah, I'm gonna skip the tortilla holder. It's cute. I like pulling it out because everyone knows it from restaurants, but I'm just gonna cut them and start frying them, so. Oh, also going back to talking about Bill Naps again. I'm looking at the wiki page for it now. They used to play the birthday song for people, like, and that was like before we had the whole. I don't know. I guess maybe other restaurants pioneered it before that, but I think of it as before we really had the fad where all the fast casual places were like, "Happy birthday to everyone in the everyone's got to sing. We got to get all the waiters out." They didn't get all the waiters involved, which was they just played "Happy Birthday" over the speakers. Look what we're finding that. Steam burns, chat. Be careful doing that. It's better doing that with like a towel or something. Like, even if you have asbestos hands, that's not an asbestos hand thing. That's steam is dangerous. Oh yeah. Just don't get rid of. That's also the problem. It's like I've talked many times about buying things in bulk or buying things like because I have a horrible memory of vast majority of this stuff that I need on a regular basis. I have at least one backup, if not two. Things like, my vitamins. I've been thinking that because I got to buy some more. I have my jar full, and then I have the one that I'm working out of. And that can be dangerous when you're moving because, I'll just get new ones. There you go. That's the safe way to do that. Oh, I forgot to update the dinner command. I made a on-the-fly move because I went back to the market. I'm not going to be using mayo for tonight. I'm going to be using sour cream. Got 2 more to go. 2 more to go. I'm gonna put the flour away, chat. We all know that means I'm gonna need the flour within 30 seconds. Gonna turn the heat on the oil over here. Start warming that up for frying. Getting rid of all of her friends. That's reminding me that I just watched a video before I started stream where they were talking about, apparently this year they discovered that I don't know why we're going from dogs to this. My brain. That octopi actually have nightmares and maybe even experience PTSD. Yeah, we keep finding out, they're even smarter than we thought. All sorts of things. Like there was a case of one that actually had figured out that it could crawl out of its thing, go into the sewers and get back to the ocean, and they re-caught it. It wasn't like it just disappeared. It was, they found it again. There's also been cases of them crawling from one enclosure to another enclosure to find themselves a tasty snack that wasn't in their place. And then, in many cases, climbing back into their own place before staff came in the morning. So they didn't even know that they did it until they started looking at recordings. Things are just dying and they didn't know why. I don't know if I even want to do all these up. Yeah, we do. You dry yet? You're dry enough. Why are we still over here? I thought I pushed. Oh, that's the wrong button. I've got these backwards on my Stream Deck for some reason, so we'll be honest with chat. This is not the finest small piece of tuna. I've had much finer, like, especially working at the wine bar in LA. We had some beautiful tuna there, but this is our tuna for tonight. Small little. It also, for those that know the fish, will notice it's not near the bloodline in that cut. Probably not going to have a whole lot of connective. Tuna does tend to have connective tissues in between its layers. Now the question is, I'm debating if I want to sear this or not, chat. Traditionally, it's not. Traditionally, it's straight raw. You can also, though, do super high heat, super quick sear, just to make things a little safer. I think I'm gonna live with it as is. I'm gonna live dangerously. Look away, sushi people. I know it's the wrong knife. They're still somewhat sticking together, but I'm gonna live with them like that rather than trying to cut through them again. And to our tuna, we'll add a bit of sesame oil. A bit of olive oil, because you don't want to use tons of sesame oil. That can be overpowering. This will add some other fruitiness in there besides. You got some fancy olive oil. You pay for the good stuff. This is the time to use that. And some soy. How's the audio tonight, everyone? Can you hear me okay over the music and all that stuff? Thank you, Cosmic. Needs me some water. I needs me some water. Ooh, I don't have much water left. Ooh, that was hot. Not hot enough that I dropped it, though. I don't think I burned my hand. Maybe. Nah, I don't think I burned my hand. Yeah, it happens. I try and do things to make it obvious to me, and I don't do it, but it's still gonna happen. Hey, Dinner with Mom. Welcome, welcome. Here, I'll do it. Okay, audio's messed up with the bot. Let's see here. Let's try default for you. How you doing tonight, Dinner with Mom? Did you make something interesting to eat tonight? Or you still got leftover pizza no, that was you were doing nachos last night too, or the other night too. You ate pizza recently on stream though, too. If you don't want to make your own tortillas for this project, you can, and I strongly debated myself, just picking up some wontons. You can fry up the wontons just like tortillas and use those as chips for this, and it's a little more Asian-ish, even though it's a Hawaiian dish. Nice. It's nice in a pinch to be able to make it. I'm not sure if it's really price-wise. I don't know. We have a couple of really decent local ricottas that make it like, is it worth it? Like, I've done it on stream once or twice, and it's good for that, but price-wise? Because the cheesemakers had the advantage of just being able to get the whey. It's, we have, what is it? I want to say Bellwether. It does like a plastic basket ricotta that's pretty good. It can be pricey depending on where you pick it up though. And I think they're just getting the whey from, there's a same company that makes goat yogurt for Trader Joe's. Also makes goat and sheep yogurt here in Sonoma. And pretty sure they're probably, well, we got a couple of dairies. We got dairies in Petaluma too, so. So the main dairy in Petaluma ain't sounding like it's doing too good. They're talking about it almost like being for sale or going under, or like apparently a listing went up and the owner was calling people up like, no, this ain't real. It's probably what do they call them? It's probably a whisper listing in the industry. Almost to 300 with our fry oil. What do you think, chat? Jalapenos, or do I have jalapenos? Well, I don't have jalapenos, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, dinner with mom, and this is one that, well, they're general. They handle lots of cheese. And like they had, I'm pretty sure they had, the rumor is they had a contract for Chipotle, and that was a major part of their production. But they did all the major hitters, all the basic traditional cheeses. And yeah, I hate to see the local places go, though sometimes it just fits. tortillas. Okay, hot or not, we're moving this other pan over here now. Is anyone out there familiar with Biz Buy Sell? I was talking about whisper listings back that they have. That's like one of the top places that I've found for looking for those sort of things when I was looking for places for my business. And there's a lot of sort of like scams. Like, I say scams, so it's probably most likely people that are trying to get themselves out of financial bad situation. So there's a lot of listings on that site that are like, we're selling our business, but we don't own the building and we're working out of either. We're you know. So give us, a couple $100,000 for all the stuff in our store, and then you get to pay rent. But also there's a fair number of sort of like anonymous or sort of like not telling the whole thing their stories. And you can, if they're a good enough story, and I've done this on a couple occasions, you contact them, you find out information. In many cases, they're a decent business that just doesn't want it getting out there that the owners want to move on, and so, I've signed a couple of NDAs in the past for places that were for sale, just so that I wouldn't say there was a sale. Yeah, it's sort of surprising for being in the food industry how many NDAs I've dealt with. I think I've signed more NDAs for food than I have for video games. And it's been a long time since, I don't know if there was even an NDA involved with that. I got involved a long time ago with a game that I don't think it ever came out, but I got involved with the alpha of it. Thank you for the raid. I do not know why it is playing that audio. Welcome in, everyone. What were we cooking? Or were we playing games to cooking class poor? It looked sort of like a Monopoly. Nice. Welcome in, Luminology. Welcome in, Lissant. Thank you for the follows. London Fog Earl Grey ice cream. Ooh. Ice cream. Dinner with Mom, that might be it, but you have to type in exclamation scramble to join in each round. Well, welcome in, everyone. Thank you for sharing your community with me. Hello, I'm Jason. I cook here on stream 4 nights a week on Twitch. We're doing seafood this week, do a chat challenge or chat theme for the week. And so I'm making ahi tuna nachos. We've got all of our goodies here for on top of them. I've cut everything but the avocado at this point, and we're heating up oil. I had just finished making some fresh tortillas from scratch. I've cut them now, and we're gonna fry them. Along with weekly themes, I do ingredient challenges on Wednesdays. If you want to have input in the ingredient challenges, you can feel free to join in the Discord. We do a weekly vote there. We also do, I just started doing monthly projects this month to help report it, or help support any support of the stream. Get the counter quick wipe down here after. There's a little bit of that tortilla oil and stuff. Oils from the duck fat. I made duck fat tortillas. Just because that's the fat I had around. I mean, tea ice cream. It's been a minute since I've made something along that line. Actually, I've made green tea. I don't think I've ever done Earl Grey. Done beer. Beer makes a good ice cream. Guinness makes a great ice cream, even though I'm not the biggest Guinness fan. Juicy Lucy burgers too. Wow. Let's see what we got here. Ah, that's working. So cook these until we get the majority of the bubbles out of them, cooking the majority of the moisture out of them. Almost like you're doing potato chips in the fryer. Take longer than you sort of expect. And this is only the second use on this oil, so this oil is sort of fresh. Nice. Yeah, it's sort of surprising how well dairy does at pulling out some other flavors. Maybe that's why we use butter and everything. Or at least I do. Fine salt over the freshly done chips. If anyone's curious to look at anything else in the chat, you can feel free to use channel points to change what camera's showing. There is 5 cameras in this room and 8 different scenes that you can choose from. Otherwise, I hope everyone's having a lovely Sunday. Try and keep things relatively dry here. Don't want any of that oil flashing over. Any craziness like that. These are flour tortillas, they're not corn or masa. But they still make a nice cracker. Or tortilla. It's definitely not mine, but I think I'm hearing one of my neighbor's fire alarms. That's always fun. Fresh salt over the freshly fried. Fine salt. Has it, Zeeks? What's up? Having trouble with bots or something? Wings. What's the secret to really good tortilla chips? Fresh. Like, fresh made, fresh fried. That's, fresh flour if you're using flour like I am. But, I mean, I think we all realize I'm using fresh flour since I started my stream by opening the bag. Oh, those 100 pack of corn tortillas. Are they hard corn tortillas? You don't want to cook the hard corn ones. They're already tortilla chips. You just got to break them. I'm not sure 100 pack of corn tortillas. Most tortillas I see are at most at like a dozen and a half or so. 18, 20 pack, something like that. These things here are light years ahead of anything you may even see in a restaurant. Like, unless you're in one of those Mexican restaurants that's like pressing their own tortillas in the place, this is probably better. You doing it at home, me doing it at home. I use fine salt, anything that comes out of a fryer, because kosher salt actually tends to bounce. It's thick enough, it's large enough, and there's not enough sticking. You need that light dust in order to coat them nicely. And this should be my last batch of tortillas here. We might be pushing, this might be a large batch, but we'll see. That feels like 2. Oh well. We'll go with it. Yeah, there's a thick one here. Oh shit. I turned the flame off, by the way, chat. If you saw what I just did there. I splashed oil. Nice. There have been more games coming out lately. That's nice. They're starting to pick back up after the pandemic lull. Putting back on. Just to finish this batch. It's starting to get too cold. Actually, that's not something. Another good tip, chat. You're using hot oil and you're wiping it off with something like a towel like this. Don't throw it immediately in the trash. Make sure it's not going to cook the towel too much before. I mean, even if it's not enough to like start something serious you're worried about, it's probably warm enough that it's going to melt through your trash bag. Alright, I'm going to cut the heat. We'll do these last batch here. Take this last batch. We'll start making some nachos. I think it's nacho time, chat. Oh, I got one more thing before nachos. One last thing. Flame off on the oil. Lid on top. And careful to the back, where it's not going to splash and I don't have to worry about it. Okay, we got our tuna hanging out in some soy and sunflower oil, or not sunflower, olive oil and sesame oil. Starting thinking I almost need a little more liquid here. Let's give that a splash more soy. Yeah. something out for tonight. That's more than I need for tonight, to be honest. And then we're going to use some fake wasabi. I say fake wasabi because what most people, at least in the US, know of as wasabi ain't wasabi. Let me read the ingredients of this fake wasabi. First ingredient, horseradish, sorbitol, modified food starch, rice bran oil, sugar, salt, water, wasabi. Artificial flavor, citric acid, turmeric, xanthan gum. Artificial color. And that's pretty much what most of the time what you're getting when you get wasabi. Sometimes it's mustard. And on a rare occasion, if you're in a fine dining establishment, you might find some fresh grated wasabi, because there is one or two producers in the States these days. But this is not that. I haven't done it. I gotta try that. I haven't even downloaded it. But I got early access to Starshi's Raiders, and I haven't touched it. Yeah, everyone's all about Baldur's Gate, and I've actually taken a look at it, but I'm not paying for that right now. Actually, it could be free. I don't know if it is or not. I haven't looked that much into it. I have seen some of the gameplay on Twitch. Actually, turn-based makes me a little more interested in it. But I don't know anymore. Like, you know, you got things like games out there like Apex and stuff like that. They're all built off of Apex and the CS series with their crates and all the mobile games with their in-game purchases. Yeah, I'm not planning on... Let's hope this is usable. This is maybe on the edge of underripe. Oh, I think that's probably okay. Yeah, it's pretty stiff still. Nice sharp knife going through it like butter though. Debating if I want to put more on the base of the nachos or if I want to do a second layer. I think I want more on the base. Break some of those strands. We have our lightly quick pickled onions. We have our quick pickled carrots. In this case, it was a red carrot that's now looking rather orange after sitting in the vinegar. Gave all that color to the vinegar and went back to orange. White onion, just uncured, unpickled. We've got cucumber. We have our pickled daikon radish. Our wasabi mayo. Or wasabi sour cream, sorry. It was originally going to be mayo. Because I didn't have sour cream. Green onion. And cilantro. Who wants nachos? Oh, I forgot something, chat. There's still something more going in the nachos. Still not done with the nachos. Besides more sweet onion. Last touch. Maybe you need a close-up. So what should I make on Tuesday, chat? I told chat something, but I forgot what I told chat. Oh, dad joke.
Fish tacos. Tacos.
Pretty sure that that wasn't what I said. I like tacos, though. How we doing with everything else here, chat? Wow, looking like a ingredient challenge for the week all but wrapped up here. only one vote for cornmeal, considering I'm one of those 2 votes. I vote for both of them. I vote for everything, by the way, chat, as far as this. I start both of them, so each of them get my vote. And so I voted for Captain Crunch, too. And it looks like everyone else did, too. So it's looking like Captain Crunch probably on Wednesday. If you'd like your own suggestions in there, you can go ahead and add them into this channel right below it, in the Greeting Suggestions channel. But once to get the most vote, make it to the main vote. And for anyone wondering how we're doing on our monthly project, we got a couple new votes today. I did say that it will do a coin flip if it's a tie. If it's a multi-tie, I'll roll a die. I'll do a digital die, you know. Yeah, so that leaves that. Check how everything else is going here. That's nice, that's nice. I think we're gonna leave it there for tonight's raid. I'm not seeing too many out there tonight. It's actually sort of a quiet night on Twitch, which is surprising. Twitch has been banging lately. I've been watching Twitch all the time lately. Alright, folks. Thank you so much for joining in with me tonight. All sorts of lovely faces in chat tonight. I hope you get to try these at some point. Make your own, maybe. I'll be back here on Tuesday. Gonna be continuing our seafood foods for the week. Maybe I'll remember what I did. What I said I was gonna do. Maybe it'll be tacos. I don't know. But I hope you come back to join me for that. If not, we got Wednesday with the ingredient challenge. I hope you all have a lovely evening, everyone. Good night.